Hey, welcome to my show, Cooking with Curly. Thanks for being here today. So a couple weeks ago, I brought out, because it was the new year, tofu. I thought that would be a good idea, right? Something that doesn't have that meat and all that cholesterol, right? Still got a protein base to help you out. And then we did a pasta salad with tofu, which was something cold. And then today, our last day, we're going to try cooking a tofu stir fry. And we're going to get busy operating on it right now. All right, so we're going to first start off by just warming up our pan a little bit. And then we're going to put some oil in the pan, okay? And try to get that hot a little bit. And while it's getting hot, we're going to cook up some broccoli. So we're going to have the broccoli over here. See how I got like little leaves here? So I just thought I'd show you. I broke that off. And you just want to have really, a good description would be is to have it for like mouth bites or mouth-sized bites. That's probably more like it. All right, so I'm going to take that away. I'm going to cut a little bit of that away. Sometimes that stem can be a little rough. Sometimes people appreciate it. I like a little stem. I definitely like florets, but I don't like only florets. A little bit of stem is good, okay? So we've got that cooking already. Hopefully it's not too hot. Well, not too bad. All right, so we're going to put that in there. All right, and start mixing that around a little bit. We're going to put some of these other vegetables in there too. I'm going to coat that a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper on that, just a little bit. Yeah, broccoli is going to be the one that's going to take the longest. So even though we didn't put the other vegetables in there, the broccoli will get the pepper and the salt, and so will the oil that's in the pan. So it'll still be, it will touch it up a little bit with more oil and more salt and pepper with the other vegetables too. Okay? So the next thing I got is an onion. Here's the onion. I cut off a little bit because I didn't think we should use a whole one, at least not for this recipe. Okay? Pretty easy stuff. I'm going to take the onion, going to peel it. I'm just going to put it in there. So this is an easy recipe. You know, the sauce takes a little while. That's true. Still pretty good though. How's everybody's day today? I had a good day. But you know what? Yesterday I was watching my Green Bay Packers. I don't know if you noticed, I was a Packer fan. They lost to the San Francisco Whiners, we used to call them. But I'll tell you what, I was whining last night. Oh, big time. Oh, I was so mad I just didn't even want to watch football today. I didn't even watch any of it. I'm a sports fan. It's bitter. I can imagine anybody on any team when they lose in the playoffs, they maybe feel the same. Maybe not where they're not watching it the next day, but that's just my thing. All right, so I got some onions here, right? Look good? All right, I'll put those in there. We'll kind of open them up a little bit so they can cook a little better, right? Onions are always great for you. Always a lot of flavor. Got to cook them a little bit. I love onions. All right, so we're going to put all those onions in there. And we got the portobello mushroom right here. The portobello mushroom. The portobello mushroom is what you call a grande or a big cremini mushroom. So I'm going to cook one of these up. So the key that I wanted to tell you is there's always this little bit of black or darker colored stuff under a mushroom, any mushroom. Usually it's not that dark. It's good to get that out of there, but not necessarily. It's up to you. It does offer a little bit more of an earthy kind of flavor. Here's the stem. I like the stem. Some people don't. Yeah, the portobello. I definitely like the stem. Let's see how I clean that all out there. Stem is optional. Again, I recommend the stem. Kind of reminds me of like on a turkey where you can use the gizzards. Yeah, it's a nice little touch. Yeah, the stem is the gizzards of a turkey. All right, so we're going to put some of those mushrooms in there. You hear that in there? Let's stir fry that up a little bit, all right? Okay, now I cooked some rice ahead of time. I'll put a little bit more oil on here. And I did use olive oil, by the way. Yeah, I thought, I like it. Olive oil is just a great cooking oil. And olives is always a great little flavor in things too, right? So olive oil is great. A little pinch of that. Saute that up. I'm going to put a lid on it right now just to kind of keep that, kind of let it steam a little bit if it can, right? And then here's some peppers. So we've got, what do we got over here? We got the mushrooms now. All right. Push that aside. And then we've got the peppers. Peppers are right here. And I was just going to show you a couple of those real quick. These are small peppers, so there's not a lot of seeds in there. But I think sometimes keeping the seeds isn't a bad idea. Offers a little flavor. It has a little bit of a look to it. Right? See the peppers I got here, an orange. I got kind of a yellowish one, maybe just a lighter orange color, right? I'm gonna do this pepper too. I'm gonna throw it in there. Then we're gonna get to the sauce, okay? All right, so remember I got the rice working. The tofu, you can use my tofu recipe, which is pretty good. I think it's great actually, but I'm a little biased. But anyways, you can make tofu anyway. You can just get firm tofu. That's what I did here. I'm gonna show you briefly what I did and give you some ideas too. Tofu is always a lot of fun. All right, you know, tofu, when you get it done too, you can just use it and put it in the refrigerator and use it as something to snack on. Oh, really? No, I don't know about tofu. But you know, if you're dedicated a little bit to your workout and your diet, it's a great alternative for a snack. Yeah, just it's a little pain, but not really. Eventually you start saying, I appreciate it. It's really good. Okay, so I'm going to take this off real quick. I'll saute that around a little bit. Looking good, huh? Woo! I used to think I was cool when I could do that. I've been doing that for a long time, though. All right, so then we're going to put some peppers in there. Look at all that color, how nice that looks. And especially the different colors like that. I think it's beautiful. Look at that. Yum, yum. Okay, so we're going to keep that cooking right now. I'm going to take this knife away, and then we're going to get down to some other stuff. We're going to get down to the sauce. Okay, so I'll take this down, put that over there, and here's the sauce. Okay, all right, so while that's cooking over there, I'll show you a little bit of the sauce, like we said. Okay, all right, so here we've got the tamari. Right here is tamari sauce. Remember I told you a little bit about it. It's a lot like a soy sauce. But the good news is the tamari sauce is gluten-free. Tastes just like soy sauce, but again, it's gluten-free. Then I take a little bit of vegetable broth. I always like just the flavor, and you know. And then you also just got the salt and the pepper, or whatever they put in there. Generally, it's some garlic, salt too, maybe. So we put that in there. A little bit of vegetable broth, and also some tamari sauce. Then, right here, is a little bit of oil. We're going to put a little bit of sesame oil, right? Kind of makes sense, right? That's a good base always for Asian foods. Okay, and then, not always, but put a lot. Then we put some honey in there. And what do we put the honey in there for? Well, yeah, I hope you got that right. To sweeten it. And then I also like a little bit of apple cider vinegar, which also, by the way, sweetens it, right? Okay, and then here I've got, this is sorghum flour. And sorghum flour comes from the sorghum plant, or it's actually under the grass family, so you could really call it grass too, believe it or not. But that is a thickening agent, a type of starch that you can use, and I use this instead. It's a little higher in protein. It's good in minerals with zinc and calcium, has some potassium, strong in fiber. You know, it's just in that little bit of powder that thickens everything up. You put some good things in your system. That's a good thing to do, right? Okay, so we got that. We're going to put a little bit of water and a little bit of the sorghum. Okay, and we're going to mix them up with this little guy. Look at this guy. See him? Oh, no. Anyways, all right. I was kind of doing like an, oh no, Mr. Bill. But then I was also thinking about, there used to be a National Lampoon's Animal House, and the guy was in a toga on the steps. A little thing like that, but one was an angel and one was a devil. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. I don't want this to be X-rated. Do you see that right here? Yeah, see how that works? It thickens up a little bit, right? Then we're just going to add that. Let me see if I can do it. I'm going to do it this way. Okay? I'm going to add that then to the stir fry. Looks good, huh? Now remember, I got the rice working. Okay, I got that pan's pretty hot, so that's a good thing. I'll mix that in. Okay, I'll turn this around a little bit. Yeah. Okay, we're almost ready here. I'm gonna cook that on here. I do want to show you this real quick. I think we're gonna go for it here. You know as well. I think we're. Yeah, those broccolis are feeling good. Right, I think so. All right, so I got the rice. I'll take that out of the picture and put this in there a little bit more. And we're going to put this sauce, always stir it right before you put it in there, stir fry sauce, right? The sorghum. So the recipe will be under the descriptions, but I'm also going to put my tofu that I showed you a couple weeks ago under there too. So I highly recommend it. It's excellent. But sometimes you can do it a different way, and I'm going to show you that right now. What I did was I got some firm tofu. Okay, see the firm tofu? And I dried it out. I talked about that before. Kind of put a can on top of it for about 15 minutes or so. And that just kind of absorbs some of that water, thickens it. It's a little easier to work with, especially when it's hitting that oil, okay? But this one, I actually took that sorghum, and I put a little bit of the sorghum flour in it. So I tossed it all in that. And then I put it on oil, and then I cooked one side, and it was a little tedious, but then I turned them all over too, okay? And then what I got from that was the exact same thing, but ta-da! See that? Yep, it's going on really good right there. See how I turn them on one side and turn them on the other? They look like almost look like croutons. Curly's croutons. Look at how nice that looks, huh, guys? All right, so now we're going to take this and we'll add this. I think we're going to add it right at the top, right? That looks good just doing it like that. So I'm going to grab a plate. Ta-da! Take some rice. Okay. This is jasmine rice. I just added a little bit. I took a little bit of the vegetable broth that I had, added a little bit of that, a little bit of salt. Not very. I don't know. I didn't even add salt to it, to be honest with you, because the salt I was thinking was in the vegetable. It's a little dry, but not bad. And especially for a stir fry, the sauce will just get on there right away. Now, I want you to look at this. Oh man, this looks good, doesn't it? Look at that. All those fresh vegetables. And then right in there's that sauce that you can enjoy too. So I'm going to turn this off. I think we're in good shape. And then I'm going to take that tofu and throw that in there too. Okay, I'll leave a little bit to throw on top just in case I feel like I have to. I think we're in good shape though. Look at that. Ow! See, I used to think I was cool when I could do that. Remember I told you? It's a true story though. I think everybody always is. You know, like the other guys go, here, let me show you how to do it. You know, the good cooks or the good chefs, right? And you're just some rookie. They break you in a lot of ways. All right. All right, see that? How's that look, everybody? That look delicious? Okay, so I got that turned off. Look at all that there. Put them on a little bit. Maybe put a couple tofus on there just to, because it is a little more protein. Show it off a little bit. And then I'm going to put some cashews on it. Cashews on top, I like that. I get raw cashews, right? Okay, it doesn't have a lot of color, but that extra crunch is nice. And just, you kind of take your mind through the journey, right? Broccoli and cauliflower and all that stuff too, okay? And then I like to just sprinkle a little bit of ginger. Just a little bit. Yeah. All right, and then I'm going to put some chives. Now, you can also take garlic and ginger and put a little bit of that. Here, oops. I got a little bit of garlic too I'm going to put on there. I should have probably put this in with the vegetables, but it's okay doing it this way too. It's actually fun. Then maybe somebody doesn't want as much garlic, maybe some want more, right? So I got garlic, ginger, and then I've also got the raw cashews, and then I'm going to just top it with a little bit of chives. That looks good, doesn't it? All right, I think we got a home run here, huh? Let me see, let me get a couple more. Let me get a red. Let me get a little red one in there. See him? And probably need one balance one out over here. Maybe one more. Just kind of like that. All right. All right. Doesn't that look delicious? Stir fry tofu vegetable stir fry. Hey, I look forward to seeing you next time. Just a thought always is when somebody kind of hurts you, remember you might be hurting them, right? So pay attention not of your feelings, but maybe of someone else's. And just give of yourself. Using words like I'm sorry doesn't mean you're wrong always. It just means that you care. All right. I'll look forward to seeing everybody next time.